He's like, there we go. Hello. Welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. I gotta go back to where we left off because I went back to Simulated Universe because I do that sometimes to test out Black Swan because she's kind of fun. We were trekking across the rooftops to get to the secret stronghold that Firefly was supposed to show us, and I did not think it was going to be this far away, so it's taking a while. And there's also a bunch of puzzles up on these rooftops, and now that I am rested and ready to go, I do want to do some of them. But also I am somewhat limited on time today, so I also do want to get story moving. Because I want to see where the story goes, and I also want to get back to Elden Ring soon, because it's been 3 streams since we played Elden Ring, and I definitely want to get back to that soon. If everything goes according to plan, I should have a lot of time on Monday, hopefully. I've not been sleeping very well lately, so that has been wearing on me a little bit. But my eyes are no longer like hurting like they did. That's why I said that on the first Honkai Star Rail stream. My eyes were hurting a bit, and therefore I needed to do some short chill streams with something other than Elden Ring. And this seemed to fit the bill considering the update just came out. My eyes are feeling better. I've had a bit of a stomach pain the last couple of days. I think that's gonna pass. I think that's because I've been trying out lactose-free milk to see if that's something my stomach is okay with. Seems like that might not be the case, so I will just refrain from drinking lactose-free milk for a couple of days, and probably things will go back to normal. And I'll have to see if I can find some kind of new alternative that works for me. But for now, let's focus on this game. Am I fighting another T-Rex? T-Rex chef? Ah, no problem. I'm ready. Instead of bringing me here to a secret stronghold, she's actually convincing me to rob a bank. Oh, I'm using the wrong team! I don't got this at all! Oh, this is an awful team. It's because I've been borrowing a character in for doing Calyxus. I'm missing one character. Because they've updated the support system in this game, so you can now set 3 different characters for support. So I've been trying out some fun characters that people have put up for support, because I like testing different characters. And also you get your dailies done faster if you borrow people's characters, because that's one of the daily missions. Oh well. We'll see if we can make this really, really bad teamwork somehow. We have a lot of sustain, so we probably won't die. It's just that we're going to do very little damage. Oh, my bad. I meant to do E. I want to keep my E active. Oh, we guard broke him instead. Is that what it's called? Weakness break? I think it's weakness break. Look forward to playing my Quantum team again once I get Sparkle. I should be pretty safe on getting Sparkle. I think I have enough pulls saved up to guarantee. I was expecting to do more pulls for Black Swan. I want Sparkle more than Black Swan, but they put Black Swan first in the banner, so I did some pulls for her, and I got her in 40 pulls, if I'm not entirely mistaken, which is way sooner than I expected to get her. I've been very lucky in Honkai Star Rail, which I'm very thankful for, because I've been very unlucky in Genshin Impact. But I've also been quite lucky in Honkai Impact, I feel like. I usually manage to get both the character and the weapon I want in that game. But I'm really bad at farming wish materials in Honkai Impact. Now I haven't played Honkai Impact in a long time, so I won't be able to gamble much in that game anymore. I haven't played much Genshin either. I should get on Genshin for the, what is it called? The Lantern Rites event? I should do that. And I'll probably manage to get on at some point. I probably won't be able to stream it, because if I do, I'll have a hard time fitting into my schedule, and there's other things I'd have to stream instead. So I probably will not be streaming the Lantern Rite event for Genshin, unless I somehow decide to like rush it on all on one day where I can stream everything in one go. I play Star Rail much more than I play Genshin. It's not that I don't want to play Genshin, it's that it's hard to keep up with. Both because the game is more grindy and because it's less accessible on phone, because the controls are less convenient on phone. In this game, if I don't have time to play this game, I can just open it on phone, I can go into like a farm dungeon, I can hit a button and it's just gonna auto-farm the dungeon for me, and I can call it a day. The Menace has arrived! Welcome, Menace, how's your day? What does the T-Rex have a chef hat? Because he's a cook, obviously. What kind of question is that? Did you question the chef? He cooks the most exquisite of dishes, probably. But I'm also beating him up, so... I don't actually know what he cooks. I'm just assuming he cooks. You got some soup from your favorite Chinese place? Hey, that's nice. It's crazy how like good food can just really make your day, I feel like. Like sometimes I'll just be having like a bad day and then I eat something and I'm like, food can be just really nice sometimes. I'm like, that changes my entire day. And I don't even like, I'm not a foodie at all. I don't like food very much, but sometimes it just hits different and it's great. I hope there's only one way, because I gotta change my team, because my team is awful. Let's see. Team setup. Quick setup. Let's get back our Black Swan team. Let's see. We've got Kafka, Black Swan. I'll do Bella and Huahua. It could be fun to do Tingyun for more ultis, but... because this team already has a lot of defense shred, but then again, having more defense shred is not a bad thing. All you need is the good feeling that good food sometimes gives. Yeah, absolutely. Like, sometimes it's the small things. Just to, like, remind yourself that, like, even something small can just really get you feel better about things. Get you in that relaxed mode and ready to face the world once again. That's nice comments. Charmony Festival? Charmony? Also known as blood sugar going up. Yeah. Oh, I like the faint music in the background. I'm getting chills now. I feel like something bad is gonna happen. There's this funny saying that's kind of hard to translate, but it goes, people don't fight, but their blood sugars do. That's a good saying. I get that would be hard to translate, but I feel like I get exactly what you mean, and that sounds like a pretty spot-on saying. I have a friend who he sometimes forgets to eat before he plays some competitive video games, and he gets so angry, and I just have to check, like, have you eaten? And he's like, I haven't. And like, you know what happens if you don't eat before you play competitive games. Not really that surprised. Or do you think Snickers got their commercial idea? Yeah, that makes sense. I don't even like Snickers, and I still reference Snickers in that regard many times. Hey Necrofix, welcome, how's it going? Good, how about me? I'm also doing good. You've had days where you're easily irritable, but right after you get food, you're like, okay, so maybe that thing wasn't so bad or annoying. Yep. Can I ask what her wish is? Entropy loss syndrome. That sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I know what it is. How many subs do I have? 230, I think? Shill. This song is really pretty. Yeah, it is. It's it hurts because like I can tell it's like foreshadowing for some really sad stuff. And we are getting some really sad information now. From what she's saying, she has like a medical condition where she slowly loses the ability to discern reality from non-reality. It's I guess it's almost like a combination of dementia and extreme schizophrenia, I guess. But because we're inside a dream right now, she doesn't suffer the consequences of her medical condition in this world. Because we're all in like a dream world right now. She's hiding out in the dream world to be able to live like a normal person. Dreams beats reality anyways. If you could like share dreams with people, I think dreams would be fantastic. That's like my one gripe with dreams, is that like I can't be in the same dream as someone else. And like all the memories I make in a dream, the only way of like sharing that with other people is to tell them about the dream, and that never comes close to the feeling of the dream. I'm bored, want to chat? Well, I am chatting. I'm chatting. I'm just sitting here talking.
時計屋の遺産は確かに私が追い求めてるものだけど、だからといってそれをめぐって私たちが対立する必要なんてない。少なくとも私はそんなこと望んでない。
Watchmaker's Legacy. Oh, Sochi.
ありがとう。焦土の夢を見た。一本の新芽が土を突き破り、朝日に向かって咲き誇る。そして私にささやくの。招待状の質問を覚えてる？生命体はなぜ眠るのか。
Have I ever had a lucid dream? Almost all of my dreams are lucid. I think it's a part of me not being able to sleep very well. I have several forms of insomnia, so I don't rest very well, but as a result I have very frequently dreams, and most of them are lucid. So I have very fun dreams, and I remember them very clearly, but I am very exhausted even after waking up. I get very little rest.
見て、この夢の地では全てが許され、あらゆる可能性がある。振り返りたくない過去は泡のように消えて、向き合いたくない明日
I think the dream I had this night, I was going around the building, and there was like people exploring the building, and I was kind of like creating like a haunted experience for them. It was like one time they were gonna like open a pizza box on the table, and because I can like manipulate and do whatever I want in the dreams, I would like crawl under the table, and I would pop my head through the table and up through the pizza box like a ghost. I could go through walls, and I would scare them. It was really funny. But it's not as funny when I explain it, right? Because you kind of gotta experience it to like really get the vibe of the dream. That's the sad thing about dreams. I can't really like experience the vibe I had in the dream with people. You haven't really had lucid dreams, but sometimes if you have nightmares, you kind of just realize that this is a dream, isn't real, and you want to stop and then wake up. Oh yes, totally. Oh, that happens. I've almost like, I don't have scary nightmares anymore with like monsters or scary things going on, because either because I have lucid dreams, I can change things to confront it, or if it is scary, I always just choose to wake up. What I always do in my dreams if I just want to wake up is that, since I am very like not properly asleep when I sleep, if I close my eyes in the dream and put force into my eyes, trying to force my eyes open, then I activate my muscles and I just open my eyes and then wake up. And that works a lot. I've had that happen a lot of times, where there's like something scary in front of me and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna deal with this tonight. I'm just gonna, and then I wake myself up. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I've had enough. So the dreams that get to me now, that have like replaced my nightmares, aren't scary dreams. They're like very emotional dreams. If they're like super sad or something, then it like messes with me really bad. This is probably the one, right? Take a selfie. They aren't really nightmares, but they're uncomfortable. Like the feel of something bad about to happen or the feeling of something chasing you. Yeah. Yeah, my worst nightmares now are like really sad. Like it doesn't even have to be anything happening in the dream. It's just like there's like a very uncomfortable atmosphere, but it's not scary. Instead, it's like really sad. It's like the feeling of being extremely isolated and alone, and all the people you see around you. This is gonna be depressing. It's gonna be like you see people and you can't reach out to them, and they are like sad that they are suffering, and you can't make them feel better. It's that kind of feeling in the dream. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, I don't want to talk about this. Oh, I hate that. Let's moving on from bad dreams onto onto good dreams. I love dreams where I like a lot of dreams where I can move things like telepathically. It's a lot of fun. I really love like playing sports in my dreams, in my like lucid dreams, but I can kind of like use telepathy to like give myself an advantage. And it's so fun to just like throw a ball, and when you have to catch a ball, if you're not like close to the ball, you just pull it to you with like telepathic abilities. It's so satisfying. Oh, it feels so good. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this when I wake up. I want to go back to sleep, and I want to have fun with magical sports rather than boring sports. The words "let me take a selfie" gives you PTSD from the 2010s. It's from that song, a like weird song where it's like, but first, let me take a selfie. I don't quite remember how it goes, but boy, do not cease. I think I heard it for the first time on a stream, and I'm like, what the hell is this song? This is so weird. That song has to be satire, right? There's no way that song is for real. Jeez. Oh, that's so cute. Hold on, I'm taking a photo of this. I'm gonna save that on my computer. That is so cute. Oh, no, don't auto continue. No, I'm taking a photo. That's so cute. I'm just gonna save that on my computer with the name hella cute. Boom. Are we all having fun? Lots of fun, sure, but something feels off. It doesn't feel very real. Odd, I can't describe it. We're in a dream after all. Another fun thing about dreams, there's so many like myths. There's so many myths regarding dreams, and because most of my dreams are lucid dreams, I'm like putting these myths to the test. I had someone once make the claim, despite using phones every day, we never see phones in our dreams. So literally the night after I was told that, I'm like, we don't see phones in our dreams? I gotta test this. And I went to my dream and I'm like, oh yeah, I can just use my phone fine. I can text people. Ever since I was told that you don't see phones in your dreams, I regularly have dreams where I'm like, dude, this dream is sick. Let me take out my phone and record my dream, and then I can show it to people when I wake up, because I don't realize that I'm like, it's not gonna be on my phone when I wake up, because I can't think fully clearly in a dream. Like my logic thinking is slightly impaired in the dream, even though I'm like aware that I'm dreaming. I still make some really stupid calls sometimes. I'm like, yeah, let me just film on my phone in my dream and then record it, and then I'll have the recording on my phone when I wake up. You can't read in dreams? I can read in dreams. I can read in dreams just fine. I've like looked up things on like Google on my phone in dreams, read Wikipedia articles. I have a lot of like dreams, PTSD dreams, nightmares about taking exams back in school. I can read the tests just fine. I can read the text on the papers. But the problem with the tests and the dreams is that like they're test papers, and there's like more on the backside. But then you flip it again, and then there's a new backside. So there's like infinite backsides to the test paper, but I can read what's on the paper just fine. It's a never-ending test, and it's super tedious. Saw a guy wearing plaster head sculpture at the auction. He walked off without doing anything. That's pretty suspicious. I was having pleasant discoveries. It's a bit complicated, but so we meet face to face. Me too. Looks like a trip back to reality is overdue. Let's meet up in my room. Dreams where you break your phone screen and you wake up and your phone screen is fine. Oh, I never had that. I don't think I've ever had that. But I've also... Actually, that's not true. I was going to say I've never broken a phone screen ever. I've broken a phone screen once. One single time. It wasn't a very bad crack in the screen, but I did break it. I just kept using the phone. Also, I reckon if I did break my phone in a dream, I would just repair it. Because I've done that too, where like something breaks and I'm just like, just put it back together. Just put it back together. Fuse it back together. Like, boom. Fix the problem. I've had like bad dreams where like scary people show up. Like, would it be like robbers or just monsters or something, and they like attack people and they kill people, and I'm like, yeah, that kind of sucks, and I just bring them back to life. I'm like, yeah, you know what, no, we're gonna undo that, bring them back to life. You didn't manage to do that. I'm like, nah, you know, undo your bad stuff. I also love just like jumping over buildings and dreams is fun. Or like, if I want to go really fast but I don't want to jump or fly, instead of running, I can like skate. I can skate on the ground. Kind of like Ramona Flowers, if you've seen Scott Pilgrim, where she like rollerblades through the dreamscapes. That, but without the rollerblades. You don't need rollerblades to actually rollerblade in a dream if you lose it. You can just do it with your legs. Kind of like wearing socks on wooden flooring. Kind of like that, but fast. Really fun. Or grappling to buildings. Grappling to buildings and swinging from buildings, almost like Spider-Man. Also really fun. There's so many fun ways to get around in dreams. The only problem is when you go really fast, it's easy to get lost. So like, you have no idea where you are anymore. It's like, it just becomes like a weird endless landscape of like buildings or woods or something because you like travel too far and too fast. You feel like something has happened to you, like something happens and you want to redo it without realizing it, and you basically go back 10 seconds to redo the thing like that happened. Oh yeah, almost like quick saving and reloading, almost like reloading reality. Slightly. Almost like a video game. That's also pretty fun. I've also had dreams. Oh god, this guy, yep. Sample. Finish weapon? This doesn't sound like Sampo. Is it even Sampo? He's not my friend. I hate this guy. Finnish mythological thing / machine that gave the person who owned it riches. Ah. It's almost like a Finnish version of the Hand of Midas. Except less dangerous, probably. Oh, they gave like a lot of things. There was like gold and spices and, I don't know, sugar, incense. Like a lot of nice things, right? Like those old cliche nice things. Gold, salt, and grain. Yeah, that's super valuable in like all the stuff, right? Because that's like the main food in large parts of Europe. Grain would be, oh, that's like, if you have, it's like that one video by, what's his name? The guy that does like the history of the entire world and history of Japan, where it's like, if you own a lot of land, that means you make a lot of food, which is something everybody needs to survive. And that makes you king.
それでもあなたは集団に遅れをとっている。この状況になってもまだ気づいていないのですから。ファミリーが隠したこの美しい夢の裏に隠された秘密に。そして氷雪の世界を救った開拓者。散歩のやつ。ヤリーロ6の物語を一体どれだけ誇張したの？彼の話を信じちゃった方が悪いか。
This implies that this isn't Sampo.
本当にアシゲちゃんには失望したよ。悪いけど。本当の無境の中でちょっと眠ってて。
Just don't be Sampo. Like, you could have picked anyone to turn into, and you picked Sampo, the worst of all people. Boy, you don't deserve the name of anything related to Finland. True. Even though that wasn't the real Sampo, even the real Sampo doesn't deserve a name related to anything to Finland. He doesn't even deserve a name. Just call him like Gomu. Call him garbage.
ここはホテルに戻ったの？いや、この感じ、夢に入った直後の景色と雰囲気が似てる。
This is probably not even connected to the real phone. This is probably an illusion now, isn't it? Yeah, message failed to send. Huh. Your birth certificate was a waste of paper! Oh no! That's such a good insult. I'm gonna have to remember that one. Ooh. Oh, some of my friends are getting hit with that sometime soon. For no reason. I'm just gonna hit them with that for no reason. Or I'll save it for like some... You know what I'll do is I often watch them play competitive games while talking to them over Discord. I'll basically just like say that to one of their enemies in the game I'm watching them play, but without actually saying it directly to the enemy, because that would be toxic. I hope that if you step on a Lego, you apologize to the Lego. Ooh, Sparkle. I hope they don't manage to make Sparkle as annoying as Sampo, because I'm gonna gamble on Sparkle and probably use her quite a lot. So if they make her really bad and really annoying, the pleasures of the golden hour can provide are myriad and bountiful, ignoring whether such topics should be discussed on stage at all. But no pleasure can match the feeling of reuniting with old friends, pulled by the color of undeniable blue, the implications it poses for you are... Why did it have to be him? Why did it have to be him? We're beginning to suspect your fortunes along the way, mainly because you ran into Sampo once again. Grand reunion across the stars. Your mind has played countless similar scenes, but why did the one you reunited with have to be Sampo Koski? Do you think the universe is playing a cruel joke on you? Is Koski also something Finnish, or is that completely unrelated? His last name? Is it something you understand? Last name is Koski. Yes, it's Koski. What is that? What does that imply? I must know. He's Finnish confirmed. Oh no, he's such a bad representation of Finland. No, I feel bad for you guys. Of all the characters you could have to be Finnish inspired, it was Sampo Koski. Ah. Oh, I feel so bad. Let's pray you get a better character in this game. Let's just cross our fingers because you deserve better. You deserve so much better. A vivid cartoon figure appears before you. A pity that you can't be considered a fan of the Clocky franchise, but interest can always be slowly nurtured. His appearance might be a hidden sign. It's like my exclusive friend. His abilities are incredible. Might be a hidden sign. The gun that showed up in the scene in scene 1 has to go off in scene 3, right? You might just be right. In this universe ruled by causality, not a single encounter is without significance. It's like related to water or river? Huh. Oh, I love these characters. Get a little bird going. Bird has to be small. I like put him up there, but I like hide him behind the hats. I'll make sure he's visible. Oh, that's perfect. The current of a river. It's one of those words that don't really have a good translation in English. Like a stream? Would that be similar? This guy gets tiny in the mini games, so he's gonna be tiny. There we go. Beautiful. Like the stream of a river. Okay, gotcha. These nights are short and cold. Push onward alongside the lady. At the dream's edge, where most ordinary guests are restricted from entering, you and Firefly witnessed miraculous sights and left traces of your shared presence. Can you still recall how you felt at that moment? It was beautiful, but I wouldn't say I felt joyful, because I felt sad about... It's like I felt sad about what I learned from her, right? Instead of saying, I want to like give this moment its due credit, so I might still pick the top option, but I would say I'm glad that she decided to open up and share things about herself with me. You and the girl will witness the meteor shower in this fantastical dream together. You've never felt so happy in the material world. You're willing to dedicate yourself completely to a certain moment worth remembering. Even if the warmth of that moment leaves you, that fleeting happiness is worthy of being remembered till the day you die. Oh, that's sad. It's like bittersweet. We have a lot of words that have many different ways to say it. For example, you have plus 40 words for snow. That makes sense because there is like a lot of snow and a lot of different types of snow probably up in the north there in Finland and such. You probably have like heavy snow, light snow, wet snow, slightly icy snow, very icy snow. Because in English, we don't have that, right? We have to like describe it. And you probably don't even need to do that because most English countries have very little snow. Get the idea, I get the idea. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What, if you know the answer to this, what like root of languages does Finnish belong to? Because you have like, in Europe you have Latin languages, you have Germanic languages, and then like in the Middle East you have like, you know, Arabic languages and stuff like that. You know what like kind of roots the Finnish language traces from? Some unknown individuals' memories have been edited into a maze that almost trapped you within. If your memory can take shape, you think it will be a lush and verdant forest, a vast and expansive sea, a city of prosperity. I'm gonna go with the sea one. If your memories have shape, you believe it will be a boundless sea. The waves and the winds are calm on the surface, yet the waters are deep and unpredictable. With dark currents beneath the undulating tides. Even you yourself cannot fathom how many secrets are buried under the sea. I kind of like getting to choose like what my character thinks about things in the story. It's kind of neat. Stickers. Wait, where did I get a sticker for? I got a sticker for Sparkle. Where is that sticker? Is it here? Oh, this is the one for like people I've met. I'll make her big. She seems important. This guy should be like over by Aventurine. But he'll be like kind of small. He doesn't seem that important at the moment. I'm deciding my own like clipboard. I like this. See, the most widely held view is that they originated as a Proto-Uralic language somewhere in the boreal forest belt around the Ural mountain regions and or the bend of the middle of Volga. So Finnish is a very unique language then, right? It doesn't belong to like one of the major language groups of Europe. It's like very much its own thing. That's very cool. It's very cool that like when you manage to like preserve an old language for such a long time, because there's been like so many languages in Europe that have just like died out throughout history. Like even Latin itself has died out, you know? That's something cool to take pride in as someone from Finland, I suppose. Although it probably also makes learning other languages more difficult. Although I expect, like many countries in Europe, you probably learn English from a very young age, making it easier to understand and learn English. Is probably the case. And I suppose if you learn English, you have a good basis for learning most European languages, so probably not that bad. The thing is, Finnish was only spoken until 1548 when Michael Agricola wanted to translate the Old Testament to Finnish. Ooh. I think I know like one or two, not including you, one or two people from Finland. I haven't really heard them speak Finnish because I have a friend who met a Finnish person in a game of League of Legends, and they have the same name even though they're from different countries. And they became friends. So through that one friend that I know, I've talked a little bit to someone from Finland. So it's like, that roughly is like my entire exposure to the people from Finland is one person. Now two people, I suppose. And I haven't talked to him in a while. I think he's been busy with other things in his life. You believe that everyone had the right to learn about faith in their own language? That makes sense. Yeah, because the conversion of like large parts of Europe to Christianity was probably a large driving factor towards creating written languages for different Scandinavian and European countries, probably. If I'm not mistaken. Because they, like, Christianity is probably like one of the big things that brought written texts around in Europe. The thing that made translating it hard was because Finnish was only spoken. Imagine trying to write in a language that has never been written. You basically have to come up with how some words are. Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Finnish uses primarily the same letters as English, right? There's a couple of extra ones, like the accented letters, like the accented, the two dots over the A-E, with a few more. A-E-I? I'm not sure. Accented A and O. Okay, gotcha. What happened?
私にもわからない。とにかく私たちはまだ
So I reckon when they made the written version of Finnish, they would probably have to.
奥質独特の感触があるから間違いないよ。
They would probably have to like make comparisons to English, where like how English is written and how things are said, and break it down into like its components and being like, okay, so this letter is close to representing this sound, and then you take your spoken words in Finnish and then you start breaking those, try to break those into the letters that you have decided how they would sound roughly. You just do that very slowly until you it takes so long. I'm guessing that would be the process. You pronounce the accented A the same way you pronounce the A in cat. 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 Cat.
でもここは私が知ってる美しい夢とは全然違う。幽閉、静寂、不安。この漂ってる文字が見えるでしょ。ファミリーが治めてるピノコニーならこんな場所あるはずがない。そうなるとこれは夢の泡。違う。覚えてる？私たちが気を失う前、君の友達はこう言ってた。本当の無教って。
He's not my friend.
もっと早く彼を疑うべきだった。ごめんなさい。いずれにしても、ファミリーが無教の真実について。
Every time I see that accented A now, I'm just gonna think of cat. Cat. Assuming that's correct. And I'm not saying cat in a way that doesn't make that rule apply.
今ピノコニーの夢の中にいるすべての人に密接に関係してることになる。行こう。真実を見つけるためにも、ここから出るためにも、まずは動かないと。
It wouldn't surprise me if, since Finnish have included accented letters in their written language, that Finnish is more accurate in terms of how you pronounce things. Because English is such a mess when it comes to like how things are written and how things are pronounced. They have like no logic whatsoever. English is horrible. Are we playing hide and seek? Yes. The accented O is pronounced in how you say ear, or the EAR in earth. Earth. Earth.
こちら側が優勢です。まだ立ち上がりますか？落ち着いて。定められた奇跡。最悪の力。呼吸するその感覚覚えておいて。
That's a perfect example of how English is horrible. Is when I read your sentence before I finished reading the sentence and saw that the EAR was supposed to be the EAR in Earth. Then I read it as ear, and air and earth are pronounced differently despite being the same first three letters, right? Because it's not earth. Okay, try saying it like so. Earth, earth. I can't make an R in there because there's no really strong R in earth. It's very like it's almost like a URR. It's like earth. Earth. What am I doing? I'm making a fool of myself is what I'm doing. Earth. You done hiding? But what about this? I'm not going... Oh, I cannot go this way. Ready or not, here I come. This is very similar to when I ended up in the dreamscape when I warp jumped with the train. Taking bubble charge. Bubble charge limit has been reached. Approach bubble tower. I can't talk anymore. Approach bubble tower and interact with it to obtain the bubble charges. Earth. I'm still thinking about that now. While carrying bubble charges near a dispersed bubble, you can use the bubble converge to construct a bubble bridge. Damn, say bubble 5 more times and I'll slap you. Have you seen the video of a girl explaining that shower could be written as C-O-U-L-O? No, I don't think I've seen it. I've either not seen it or I might have seen something similar. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember that exact scenario. But I'm guessing they're taking a lot of words that are written in a certain way, and then they're using sounds in those words that sound like shower to make the logical inference that you could write shower in that way and it will be pronounced shower. I'm guessing. So what is the CE? Shh. Maybe just the C? Shh. And then EO is like an ow. And then the U is probably like a... I'm not gonna try. I have to see it. I have to see it. I have to see it. I'm trying to like imagine this. The same as the sh in ocean. Gotcha. That is ocean shower. Yep. The English language is a disaster. That's something funny I realized when I was learning French. Because I was learning French a little bit in high school. And my entire life I've been told that French words make no sense. And I started studying French. I'm like, this makes more sense than English because most French words have very strict rules for how they say things. It's just a different set of rules than other languages, but they have strict rules for how they say things. Whereas English just doesn't. English just makes no sense. And I guess the thing that annoys a lot of people is that very often the end of a French word is not emphasized. So like the end of a word is very often like ignored. But that's a consistent rule though. So like it's a solid rule unless there's like an E accent with like a little line that goes upwards, which was called what is it called? It's accent aigu. Accent aigu is that thing that goes up. Accent grave goes down, and then you have the little rooftop, which is accent circumflex. So yeah, if the little thing on the E goes up, then the E is emphasized in French, and then you have like certain vowels combining to make new sound, like the AU is like a O. Shower. It's like French makes a lot of sense. It's very like on its rules. If you understand the French rules for pronunciation, you can probably take most French words, even though you've never seen the word before. As long as you understand the rules, you'll probably pronounce it correctly. Whereas in English, that's not the case. In English, if you've never seen a word before, there is a pretty damn good chance you'll say it wrong. Potato is earth apple in French, or something else. The pomme de terre Something like that. In French, yeah. What is potato in Finnish, though? Now that we're on the topic of languages. Okay, where am I trying to go? I'm trying to go over there. Where is this mirror exactly? Okay. What am I colliding with? Am I colliding with the mirror? I am colliding with... Okay. Okay, it's gonna be impossible for me to pronounce this because I wouldn't know if that's like a soft R or a hard R. Like, it could be Peruna, or it could be Peruna, or it could be probably so many other things. And then the emphasis could be different. It could be Peruna, Peruna, It sounds like pear. It sounds like... I got it right. One of those were right. One of them happened to be right. One of them. I'll take it. I'll take it. As the first one was really close. Okay. I'll take it. I tried to learn the word potato from a girl in my middle school who was from, if I'm remembering right, Slovakia? I could not pronounce it. I never got it right. I could never get it right. Never managed to say potato. That's gonna be my goal. I'm gonna learn potato in as many languages as possible. So if I'm ever stranded in a random country, I'll be able to figure out where I am if people know what a potato is in the language I say it in. In Finnish, we speak mostly in dialect. We literally say you either speak in speak language or book language. Ah, I get you. Yeah, that makes sense. Because you probably keep the written language, at least for like official texts, as same as the possible. Whereas in dialect, it probably depends on where you're from, right? And because people probably... Finland is the country with a lot of forests. And also lakes, if I'm not mistaken. So if people live far apart from each other in like different towns and such, they probably have different dialects. Is it Finland that's called the country of like 1,000 lakes or something like a ton of lakes? Like, I feel like most of my frame of reference for Finland and some other Scandinavian countries is I used to read this comic series that used to be mostly about Scandinavian countries, but now they do like all kind of countries. It was called Scandinavia and the World. Really fun comic series that teaches you a lot about like random different countries. Mun nimi on meri. Mun nimi on meri. Minun nimeni on meri. Basically shorten a lot of words. Oh yeah, that's a classic.
吸するその感覚素晴らしいとさようなら
That actually reminds me of a really silly experience. Then Millie Moss 223, thank you for the follow.
敵ターゲットを確認
So I have a friend who's from Denmark, but he spent a lot of time in Japan. And in my opinion, at least, compared to me, he's very good in
決断の
Japanese.
時です
And sometimes when he reads a kanji that he doesn't know the reading of, he's sometimes able to guess how it should be read based on some logic I don't fully understand. And he managed to guess the pronunciation of a certain kanji, but he technically got it wrong, and a lot of people laughed at him for how he said it. Then I was curious about it because he explained what happened to me, and then I looked up the kanji, and I found out that the way he said it was actually correct, but it was correct a long time ago, because that used to be the way it was said. And I'm assuming at some point
決断の時
they
です
got lazy and they were like, this is too long, we're gonna shorten it. And now everyone uses the short version. So because he used the long version that nobody uses anymore, they were like, you're crazy. But he guessed the correct way to say that word, like, I don't know, 400 years ago or 600 years ago. And that's wild to me. He was technically right, but he was wrong.
落ち着いて
For example, we say stadi when we mean town, and the word stadi comes from the Swedish word stad, which means town. That's like, very similar to the word
覚えて
state.
みて
Does that originally also mean town? Or state? Or the word that's like in several, what about the word that's on the end of several Middle Eastern countries, like Afghanistan and Kazakhstan? I wonder if that also means the same thing. If this is like one word that's like spread across large parts of the world.
まだ立ち上がりますか
Getting so involved in this like language conversation that I'm not even playing the game. Gotta pay attention to the game better. Or I just press the autoplay battle button.
全員死刑素晴らしいとさようなら私でもといに支援感謝します
That did so much damage. What is the deal with this angry gorilla? What does he do? Summons bubble hounds, enters a charge state, and gains toughness protection. Uses unlimited free drinks during the next action. Unlimited free drinks. Deals 4 hits of ice damage to one random target. If the target has shield, additionally deals ice damage to self with a high chance of decrease this unit. Okay, so the counter to this guy is having shields. The target has a shield, deals ice damage to this unit with high... Yeah, okay. Yeah, you counter this guy by using shields. I don't have any shields on this team. This is a healing team. That's good to know.
落ち着いて何が知りたいの
That said, there's not a lot of like meta shielding characters in the game right now, as far as I remember. Because we have March, and we have Gepard. Who else shields? Let me look at my character list. Let's see, shield. So, March 7th shields. Gepard shields. Trailblazer shields. Fire Trailblazer. This is a healing team. Person pulls out a gun. Yeah, it's the best way to heal. You shoot everyone who does damage. You stop the damage before it happens. Technically healing by some logic. Okay, this is a healer. No shield, no shield. Yeah, there's only 3 characters that I have that do shields. And Trailblazer does very little shield. It shields everyone though. As long as I have this shield at the moment I'm hit, it doesn't matter how strong the shield is. Gepard shields everyone for a high amount, but it's tied to his ultimates. March, he shields one target. And it's probably quite strong, but I don't have her leveled up to see how strong it could be. Necromancer Doctor, but he can only heal after you die. I mean, that's a cool concept in my opinion. I would play that in a game. Oh, that would be... Okay, this would be a cool idea for like... Okay, so imagine like a support character that gives your team buffs that makes them stronger, but it also makes them die faster. But it's a necromancer, so he revives them once they die. I'm sorry, Doctor. We were too late. No. Now the work starts. Pulls on like rubber gloves. I love this mechanic. Do you have something to tell me? Nope. Nothing at all. Oh, there's a... I missed the bird earlier. I saw the bird and I forgot about it. Boss red is coming. I gotta go re-explore this area off stream or something. I missed so much stuff. Oh, that's so cool. I love this. I think the text on the screen said something similar to what I said. I didn't have time to read it, but I heard him say, oh, how beautiful in Japanese. Like, oh, beautiful. Mikhail? I've heard his name before somewhere. Reanimating corpses for use in battle is unethical. I'm recycling. I mean, yeah, it's not wrong. That's pretty accurate. Are you gonna say you're against recycling? For some reason, I want to pronounce this without the K. I don't know, I want to pronounce it Mikhail, but I think that's a different name entirely that I've heard somewhere and I don't remember where. You look like you got something on your mind. Oh, this is something very important. I also love the concept of necromancers in games. Like, necromancers are like one of my favorite, like, class archetypes to play that isn't featured in enough games. There's also like a lot of different takes on the necromancers. I really like the one that summons like a lot of weak summons. Like an army of skeletons, right? A bunch of weak skeletons that just like die like it's nothing. So I want to be like a skeleton necromancer in a game. I don't have any bubble charges. Give me bubble charges. Yoink. I got 3. A bridge here. Bridge here. Ooh, puzzle. Let's see, just put that there, put this probably here, this probably here. I'm gonna flip this. It's either this or the other one. This twice. Yay! Suitable for ages 3 to 7. Wait, that makes me too old to do the puzzle. Don't tell the police. I think it usually says suitable for ages 3 and up. Probably. I haven't done a puzzle in so long, I don't remember what the boxes say. I have 2 old puzzle sets from my grandma in my bookshelf somewhere, but they're not like the thin cardboard pieces. They're like they're thick wooden pieces, painted wooden pieces that like make animals. Quite charming. I think it's a duck. One of them is a duck. I don't remember what the other one is. Or I have 2 of them. Let's check my bookshelf. I remember puzzling those when I used to go to my grandma as a kid. I'm holding on to them because it's a fond memory. I probably hold on to way too many things, but I intend to keep holding on to those. I like those. And overeat. Good night, kitchen. That's a lot of damage. Below have the stereotypical necromancer is an evil person who morphs death to fit their own selfish needs, but then your friend during your short campaign decided to reanimate a random dinosaur fossil you found. Ooh. It's like a D&D campaign. It's kind of a shame like how a lot of necromancers are like written as like evil, when like I feel like it would be very easy to write a sympathetic necromancer, you know, someone who either wants to overcome death for the good of humanity or bring back a lost loved one or something. And they don't need to like be evil in the process of doing that. Could it be morally questionable? Yes, but straight up evil seems like a bit weird of an angle. But like, I guess just because necromancers are associated with death and death is associated with something bad, it's like people like making evil necromancers. He's got to be a bad guy. Oh, that removes my things. Okay, I want to have them. Oh, do I need more bubble charges to go here? Maybe I do. Yes, I do. So I had to retrieve them. Basically, you were tasked to bring the tooth of a magical beast, so this one wizard would give us a spell we needed, and my friend basically said, fuck it, let's bring the whole thing. Damn. Someone give this man a race. Really went above and beyond. Damn, that guy shattered. How would we bring the whole thing? This thing is way too big for us to carry. Starts casting Resurrect Dead or Animate Dead or whichever spell it would be. There's so many different like resurrection spells in D&D. Necromancer cracks knuckles. It can bring itself.
敵ターゲットを確認。落ち着いて。定められた奇跡。最悪の力。全員し。やれるよね、リーフ。あら、優しいね。あっちは俺様だけで十分だ。まだ立ち上がりますか。何が知りたいの。よく皆そこで深淵を迎える。敵データ収集捕獲マーク起動。愉快な反撃の時間です。競争よ。チェックメイト。やれる。
You were too busy not dying from laughing because your DM and him was getting into a screaming match. You can't animate the beast. Why not? I'm assuming this is somewhere I've been before. Probably. This is probably where I first saw the fountain from the side, right? It's also why there's no enemies. I don't think I went down this way though. I might. Oh, there's another puzzle. If it doesn't make sense with the spell, I can see the argument for like saying you can't do it. But honestly, that idea is so cool that I would love to like bend the rules a little bit. Maybe make like a difficult check to try to do it anyways. Wait, why am I going this way? I'm not supposed to go this way. What am I doing? The second you step into town, the townspeople will attack it and kill it anyway. It's already dead. Oh, and the VTuber, thank you for the follow. This is where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to go this way, probably. Another puzzle. Do you enjoy a good puzzle? What am I trying to make here? Some kind of bubble thing? And a flying chest. Can I reach it? Yes, I can. Have I gotten enough, like, level up materials to max one out? Yes, I have, finally. Got 2.9k take. 2.9k attack. Not too shabby. I wouldn't say it's amazing, though. It is what it is. Honestly, don't remember how we did it, but we made it invisible and had to lure it to the wizard's tower. That sounds ridiculous, but also pretty fun. I haven't played D&D in so long. I miss it. I'm actually playing like kinda like a necromancer character in a campaign. The campaign hasn't gotten very far yet, so I haven't really gotten to the point where I can do necromancy. The concept of the character is that it's a multi-class between School of Necromancy Wizard, and a grave domain. It's called grave domain cleric, which is essentially like an internal struggle, because grave clerics are not supposed to defile the dead. So this character's story is that they were a grave cleric, and they were going around essentially ensuring that the dead wouldn't come back to life because of necromancers and similar things. But as they did this, they grew increasingly more fascinated with specifically skeletons. They found skeletons to be very fascinating and very beautiful. So they really wanted to like animate skeletons. And because they had an interest in something that was taboo, they were outlawed from, or something like thrown out from the temple that they were a cleric at. But they were giving a mission to redeem themselves, to go on a mission to a... what's it called? Like, what was it called? I don't remember. It's a certain forest. It's like a very like elven forest with like many magical creatures and fae and such. And in this forest, there's currently like an issue with undead going on. So they were like recruiting people to deal with the rise of undead in the area. That was my phone going off because I'm supposed to go to bed now. So they were sent by the temple to this forest to help quell the undead uprising in this forest, to redeem themselves. But they're not allowed to go in the temple until then. If they go to a temple to seek shelter, they'll be told to sleep on the steps outside the temple. They'll be given like a blanket and like some dried bread or something, because a feature of clerics is that they get to ask for shelter at local temples sharing their faith. But my character doesn't get to use that benefit to the full effect because they were thrown out for the temple for having an interest in necromancy. So if they bring their party gets to go in the temple, to sleep in the temple, but my character has to sleep on the steps outside. And the idea is I'll be leveling up both wizard levels to symbolize my character's interest in necromancy, and my cleric levels to symbolize my character's attempts to redeem themselves. And the question is like, how far do I get on the path of redemption versus the path of being very interested in necromancy? I want to play that campaign more, but haven't gotten very far. Also, sorry for not saying hey sooner, Ellen. This is kind of in the middle of a story, but I'm doing good. How are you doing? So I'm supposed to end stream now because it's late and I usually try to go to bed around this time. Since I started a bit late, because managing time schedules on Saturdays is a bit difficult for me, I'm going to go for a little bit longer. Not much longer. We're going to go for a little bit longer and then we're going to end stream. Because I want to get a bit more into the story. And we've been doing a lot of talking today. A lot of fun talking, but a lot of talking today. I've done a very bad job of like balancing gameplay with talking. Which is my bad. You think you made it with pre-made dino nuggets, aka just dead chickens? Ah yes, the good old in the false self exists a trace of the true self or something. It's like a meme online where you see there's like essentially dinosaurs evolving to be chickens, and then they cooked the chickens and then made them into dino nuggets. And there's also like the one where it's like dinosaurs going extinct, becoming fossilized, being used as fossil fuels, and then using those fossil fuels to create plastics, and out of those plastics they make plastic dinosaurs. It's like the cycle of dinosaurs. Probably a bit of a stretch of logic, but I find it funny. The idea of like dinosaurs becoming dinosaurs again after millions and millions of years, but in an unexpected way. Yeah, we just talked about dreams, language, necromancy, you know, the basics. All things essential to the Finnish lifestyle, I assume. I've learned a lot about Finnish culture. It's about dreams, language, and necromancy. Right, these puzzle pieces run away. Oh, this is boss red. And now dinosaurs. One of my friends love dinosaurs. So it's a shame they're not here. They have such an interest. A lot of boys supposedly have an interest in dinosaurs as a kid. I never had that interest. I never had that like face of like being interested in dinosaurs. But to make up for it, my friend is never leaving his dinosaur face. This is an origami bird made from me. I got a sticker. I meant to repair this thing. I got a sticker and a sad gear. Okay, so I want to go here first. I want to go there. Okay, can I move this? I'm probably up here. Yep, makes sense. This is a reflection of this. Yes. So I just gotta fix this again. Boom. And that's it. Okay, I'm getting the hang of this. I'm paying more attention to like the weird like little pixels that I'm getting wrong usually. Eerie building clock. Investigates. Okay, so it said I got all the puzzle pieces I needed. Was there something in the corner back? Corner back? That sounded like quarterback. The back of the corner. Let's see. Flip this. Ooh.
壁が消えた。そろそろゴールかな。宝箱が一つだけ。
宝箱。
怪しい。開けてみよう。
I mean, we probably don't have a choice, do we? What's in the box?
何？どうして急に明かりがついたの？びっくりした。それにしてもこんなにドアがあるなんて。多分この中。
Oh, this is surrealism. This is like a melting clock. Who was the guy who did the melting clock paintings? Is it Salvador Dali? If I'm not misremembering things. I have an art education, so I should remember this stuff. Is it like one of these doors are not like the others? Music is spooky too. I mean, honestly, the only door that stands out is the door I came in through. To me right now. Like this one has like a light on. The other ones do not. Can I just go back? Leave to on? Yeah, I'm just gonna go back the way I came, to be honest. It's not the exact same. Okay, so once again, I see that this one specifically has light on it. But I also see that, like, on the map, specifically, this one has a way back. So maybe this is just, like, indicating the entrance door. But I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try this one again. Yeah, it's always the one in front of me that has this light now, because this is probably like the entrance one. Is there anything else that stands out? The music is getting like slightly more, both louder and more messed up each time. I love it. I love kind of like creepy, messed up. It reminds me of a game I played on a stream during, I think it was during October. It's called Aversion, I think. Very similar music to this. Don't come close. Unhinged? Unhinged is a good word for it, yes. Very detached from reality itself. I also hear a noise, but I'm not sure if that's coming from the door. the ticking, and then there's... I'm gonna try this one again, honestly. Maybe it doesn't matter. This was the original door, this one. And now we actually came out of it though. There it is again. Now we're on the opposite side of it. Oh. Ooh. You have to go through the doors in the correct order. I'm not sure if there is a correct order or if it's literally just messing with me. Okay. Oh, I'm not allowed to play in double speed. This game feels like it's in slow-mo when you play on normal speed. This is normal speed. Tell me this isn't slow-mo. You're doing well, Alan? Alright, glad to hear that. Is that a PNG model? That is a PNG model, yes. Need one stack of sunsets. Sounds ominous. Do I have any plans to upgrade my model into 2D or 3D? Yeah, I think I'm gonna start working on that soon, hopefully. Three stacks of sunsets. Morbid Dream. Using dot can quickly destroy Somber's Sepulchre and remove Morbid Dream. There we go, helpful command. Really wish they would let me play this in double speed. It's so slow. It's so slow. Like, it's cool that they want to do like a boss fight, but playing it in slow speed. Oh, does it let me now? Oh, it lets me. Okay, nice. Normally doesn't let you do boss fights the first time.
まだ立ち上がりますか？
She gets kidnapped. I gotta use dots to set her free, which is relatively easy. Did this guy not die while he's... Oh, I'm supposed to lose. Okay. I hate when games do this, when you're like, you're clearly winning a fight, but you're supposed to lose, so they just like, oh, you beat him? Well, now we gotta show you a cutscene of you losing. That makes me so upset. Make the fight harder then. If you want me to lose, make the fight harder. Oh, is that Black Swan? That's very similar to the... That is Black Swan. Black Swan will assist allies in battle. Click to use the ethereal cradle. But I have Black Swan. She's on my team. That's fine. I'm both free here. Like, if I'm not supposed to win, give it an unfair attack that does a bunch of damage. Yeah, exactly. Because it feels so weird to, like, feel like I'm cruising to the boss fight and it's super easy, and then there's, like, cutscene of you losing. It's like, come on. Come on. If you want me to lose, you gotta make me feel like I am losing, right? You gotta make me feel like I'm losing if you're gonna make me lose. Otherwise, it just feels weird. It's kind of like when you play D&D, and you're, like, mashing a boss encounter and the DM is like, but now 6 green hags and 2 tarasks and a purple worm bust through the wall and they destroy you completely. It's like, bro, what? Yeah, this was supposed to be a hard fight. But now it just feels like a cheap shot. Now it just feels like a cheap shot.
まだ立ち上がりますか？立ちなさい。敵データ収集捕獲マーク起動。愉快な反撃の時間です。最悪の時間。逃げんな。優しいね。
Like, because there's fights in RPGs that we were supposed to lose, I've gotten trust issues where, like, some fights I won't even try because I'm like, this seems like I'm supposed to lose kind of fights. But I don't really want to do that because there's some games where there's fights that are really tough, but you're not actually, like, you can win. Like, Dark Souls tends to do this, and I think Elden Ring does this. Okay, I'm gonna shut up for this. Because there's, like, usually, like, fights, boss fights in the beginning of, like, Souls games or Elden Ring, where it's, like, kind of like, you're not really supposed to win, but you can win, and if you play it well, you will be rewarded for doing so. I think that's a cooler approach, making fights that, like, you might not necessarily be supposed to win, but you can win, and I think that's really cool. Smooth. That's so smooth. Are we in heaven or gonna be smooth back, I guess? She's gonna use that, right? She's gonna use that. Ah, she didn't use that to make like a witty comment. Ah, well. I gave her the opportunity to make a smooth comment, but it's fine. Primal Dreamscape. What is the Primal Dreamscape? Firefly. Yeah, actually, this is more important. Firefly, did she make it out? The thing is, Firefly probably shouldn't leave the dream. She needs to stay in the dream because of her, like, health condition.
あなたの頭の中が疑問符でいっぱいなのは分かっているけど。
For example, in Hades, you can win on the first run, but there's actually a special interaction you have with Hades if you make it on the first try. Exactly. Oh, I love stuff like that. I did not beat it on the first. I didn't even get close to beating on the first try. There's also there's this really cool roguelite card game where essentially it's called Inscription, and the idea is that they've turned like people into cards, and you're like trapped in this cabin with this creepy dude, and you have to play cards against him. And that one as well, you can also win on your first try. And if you get to certain boss fights before the game really wants you to, the guy you're playing against, he cheats and like adds a bunch of tough stuff to the board. You can still beat him, and he gets like actually really upset if you beat him. He's like, oh, and he just like fakes it, and then you get to keep going. And you can just go through the entire thing on the first try and beat him in every single fight. It's so funny. I watched Manly play it. Oh, it's such a good game. I love that game. It's fantastic. I also love the concept of making your own cards. It's beautiful. Like, I like that card game so much that I don't even play. I wouldn't even play for to beat it. I just want to play the card game. It's fun. It's a really fun card game. Very simple, but very fun. I remember if you did too much damage, he turned all of his cards too OP to attack cards. Yeah, too OP attack cards. Yeah, he does like... I remember there's like... I think one of the first boss fights, he puts out like a bunch of bears. Like, just like he puts like 8 bears or something down. For a later one, where it's like a fisherman you're fighting, like the boss encounter is like a fisherman, because he puts on like masks for different boss encounters. He summons a bunch of like sharks or something when you beat him too soon. And I think the most common trick to beat him before you're supposed to is to use a pair of scissors. You can get like a tool that's a pair of scissors where you can cut up one of his cards, and you just cut up one of the tough cards to sneak an attack through and still beat him. If I remember right, that's like the trick.
無事でよかったわ。紹介するわね。彼女はブラックスワン、ガーデンオブリコレクションのメモキーパーよ。
You guys know each other?
姫子が言うには無境の調査中に偶然会ったんだって。まだ知り合ったばかりなの。でもあなたのおかげでこの機会にお互いの理解を深められるかもしれないわ。
それでどうしてあんたはあんなところに落ちたの？何があったか教えてくれる？
It's the last battle where you fight the moon, and the YouTuber you watched made a card that insta kills and one shots the moon. Right, that's all. Yeah, you fight the moon. That's like the final encounter, isn't it? That's great. Yep.
つまり君を襲ったのは赤い服を着た幻術が得意で他人の姿に化けられる女性ということか。
彼女の名前は花火。ピノコニーに紛れ込んだ仮面の愚者よ。でも安心して。あの子はしばらく皆さんには手を出してこないから。きっと今頃は
I hope Sparkle turns out to be a somewhat likable character. Even if she's not like a good character, I hope she ends up being a likable villain. If she's the villain of the story. Because I'm gonna get this character, because she's the next character to be added to the game during this patch. And I need her for the Mono Quantum team. Because I love playing Quantum characters in this game, and she's perfect for that team. So right now my Mono Quantum team is kind of like 2 damage dealers, a debuffer, and a tank. I don't need 2 damage dealers. And if I'm not mistaken, Hanabi or Sparkle is going to be a Harmony, a buffing character. That's perfect. I just replaced one of the damage dealers with a buffer. I have a damage dealer, buffer, debuffer, tank. Beautiful. Excellent. That's what I need.
だからこそ私は皆さんに一つの事実を明らかにするわ。花火さんのトリックは人を厳格に
I have to wait another 2.5 weeks before I can get that character.
彼女とは関係ない。ピノコに
ピノコに
まだ気づかない？いわゆる無双の地というのはファミリーが何らかの手段で大切に守ってきた成果であり美しく造成された夢なのよ。
I kind of thought Black Swan would be the one responsible for making the dreams because of her ultimate where you kind of like see the hands bust through the window. I thought that was like a reference to kind of like hands from the dreams busting into reality. Not to mention when I first entered the dreams, I went through like a card that looked like a painted glass window with hands cracking through.
そして彼女の落ちた記憶域。
You have a like-dislike relationship with lovable villains. A good villain doesn't need to always be a lovable person with a sympathetic backstory, but give them a cause that you want to side with. Yes. Yes. They don't need to be a good person, and they don't need to be... Doesn't need to be like, oh, they became a villain because something really sad happened to them in the past, boo-hoo-hoo. Doesn't need to be that. But if they have, like, motivation, good motivation, that makes it, like, more interesting.
彼女の言う通りかもしれないわ。みんな夢に入った時に見た景色は覚えてる？
It doesn't even need to be like it doesn't even need to be a cause that you want to side with. It also just be a cause that like you understand that it's rooted in some kind of like it comes from something that makes sense. It makes sense, but you don't agree with it, so you want to oppose it, right? Could also be that they stand for something that makes sense. You understand why they're doing what they're doing, but you don't agree with it, so you want to like stand up against it and fight it because you want to stand for your own beliefs and it doesn't align with theirs. The best example would be a certain character in Percy Jackson. I've not read the Percy Jackson books because I'm horrible at really reading books, but I've seen... Is there 2 movies? I've seen both. I love the first movie. I don't remember the second movie that well. I'm sad I didn't do more with the movies and didn't put more effort into the movies because I love the concept and I really wanted to see more. Like, it's such a cool setting and such cool characters. So I wanted to like see that like take off and become like a big franchise in terms of movies as well. I really liked it. Because I remember there being the... Was it Lightning Thief? Something like that is the first one. And then there's like a Sea of Monsters or something like that. I don't know if there's any more movies than that. Huh. Enter into the dreamscape, clocks, fish, deep sea. All of these true? Fish? I remember fish in the dreamscape I was just in, but it seems like she's asking about the initial time I entered the dreamscape. I really recommend watching the new series that Disney made with it because the movies don't do the story. Oh, they made a new series. Okay, I should check that out then. Yeah, I've heard that the movies don't do the story any justice. I still enjoyed the movies though. That's usually the case with movies based on books, is they can't really do the book justice, but I still enjoy them. That's probably just because I don't read the books that much. Looked at movies too because you hadn't read the books, but after reading them you looked at the movies like, how do you mess up this bad? Oh, that's a shame. For example, in the movie, Percy is 16. The whole plot of the series is that there's a prophecy that Percy will die before he turns 16. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Yeah. I guess the movie version is that the movie franchise will die before Percy becomes older than 16.
沈没？それって無境世界は崩れかけてるってこと？
Oh, I don't like this. I was afraid this was going to be a plot point. The dreamland is like collapsing. I'm afraid that the dreamscape is going to collapse and get destroyed, and in the process, Firefly, that is dependent on the dreamscape to kind of retain her mind, because in the real world she's having some kind of like health disease that's kind of like causing her to lose grip on reality. If the dreamscape collapses and disappears, it might potentially kill Firefly. That's what I'm afraid of.
無境ホテルで起きていることはその予兆よ。
なるほど。これでファミリーの言葉の違和感にも説明がつく。
Or at least force Firefly to return to the world where she is essentially not capable of functioning normally anymore.
安全性がどうであれ、宴の星の評判は必然的に影響を受けることになる。調和セレモニーが
It's like the people who did the movie didn't read the books. They looked at the cover and said, yeah, I get the point. You know, demigods, Greek mythology, America, Hollywood, underworld, Hades, Poseidon, Zeus. Yeah, just make
宿泊客の安全。それすら保証できないかもしれない。
checks out. It makes sense. Yeah, why not?
彼女の遭遇したモンスターが最高の証明じゃないかしら。
Would you slap a little bit of Hercules in there? Just with something that's like Hercules, Medusa, the friggin' mythology mirror shield. Yeah, put that in there. But make it like modern Medusa. She's like a badass. Yeah, let's go. I mean, she might be a badass in the book as well. I don't know.
なぜファミリーが絶対安全と宣言する夢に現れるのか。ピノ
ブラックスワン、現状は十分理解したわ。あんたの最初の提案に戻るけど、ガーデン・オブ・リコレクションはどんな理由で請求列車と協力しようと思ったの？
はあ、少し訂正させてほしいのだけど、これは私個人のお願いで、ガーデンを代表するもの。
I just noticed how beautiful her eyes are. They're like
答えは簡単よ、姫子さん。
like a night sky, essentially. But more of like a sunset. I love this combination of like purple and yellow. It reminds me very much of the skybox in the Magic Maker's world of Spyro the Dragon, the original Spyro game. It's also very like synthwave, the colors, of course.
私にも個人的に追求したい美学があるの。
Almost like the Northern Lights.
メモキーパーであると同時にコレクターでもある。私もキラキラと輝く貴重な記憶を目にしたい。こう言えば理解してもらえるかしら。
Also putting like a part of the belt on your veil hood thing. I don't know, that's a fashion statement. Who says belts have to be used to like keep things in place or keep your pants on? You can just put it on your hood thingy. That's a statement right there. Who says the whole nun aesthetic can't include some sick leather belts? Awesome.
そしてあなたたちは請求列車の七死人。開拓の道を実践する者。私はあなたたちの潜在能力とあなたたちがこの舞台で放つ唯一無二の輝きを信じているの。これが私が皆さんと友達になりたい理由よ。悪夢と美しい夢が交わる地。 それこそが記憶のゆりかごにふさわしい。
分かったわ。でもあんたに返答する前にこちらでいくつか話し合いたいことがあるの。
I like how carefully and meticulously Himiko approaches everything. Like it's pretty strongly implied we're gonna work together with Black Swan, but even so, we're gonna go through the process of discussing this first.
構わないわ。好きにしてちょうだい。
Like Himiko plans things out so well that like I feel safe with her on my side. She's like the perfect like mother of the group.
彼女の話は信用できない。意図的に誘導しようとする要素が少なくなかったわ。でも私は最悪の可能性を心配してるの。もし本当に無境の異変が存在していて、それが自然発生したものではなく、誰かが裏で糸を引いていたのだとしたら。
だとしたら、それは高確率で時計屋の招待状と関係があるだろうな。
なんでそうなるの？
極端な状況は置いておくとして、無境の異変を推し進めようとする意図、ファミリーと対立する立場となると、考えられる可能性は2つしかない。誰かが外部の勢力を引き入れ、ファミリーに揺さぶりをかけ、ピノコニーを掌握しようとしているか、あるいはファミリーが自分たちを守るため、密かに外界に助けを求めざるを得なかったかだ。だが招待状の暗号文、そしてファミリーの反応を見るに前者である可能性が高い。
つまり七死人の暗号文を発信した人物と無境の異変の黒幕は同じ陣営、もしくは同一人物かもしれないってことね。
でもそれって何の説明にもなってなくない？やり方だけなら愚者やリドラーにだって真似できるし、カンパニーだって解読に成功したんでしょ？
みつきちゃん、落ち着いて。これはただの可能性よ。でもこの暗号文がただのいたずらじゃなくて、誰かが意図的に開拓者を招待したのであれば、私たちも放っておくことはできないわ。
And this was supposed to be an uneventful vacation.
次は俺が発見したことについて話そう。残念ながら悪いニュースだ。
Okay.
筋からの情報によると、ピノコニーで銀色の
Tall, silvered armored man on Anakoni.
俺はハウンド家
Probably that guy from the Stellaran Hunters, right?
その結果、これを手に入れた。ほら、送ったから開けてみてくれ。
Silver Wolf. Good old Silver Wolf.
これってあのハッカー娘。
Hakka Musume. She's so quiet despite using a megaphone.
そうでしょ？こっちも掴んでる情報があるから、優しい私があなたたちに共有してあげる。
優しい私が。
残念ながら素敵な休暇はこれで終わり。このコードは
Once again, who names their kid March 7th? Okay, so in her defense, March 7th is a name she gave herself after she essentially woke up and she lost all her memories. So she essentially just named herself, I believe, after the day she woke up. So she woke up on March 7th without any memories. I think she came out of a comet, like an icy comet. And she has no memory of her past self. So she doesn't really know who she was or used to be, where she comes from. So March 7th marks the beginning of her new life as a new person.
楽しみにしてて。あいつは単純な性格で正々堂々とした勝負が好きだから、きっとあなたたちと気が合うと思う。あいつが
You don't want to be mean with creativity 100. I like it. Make that your new birthday. I think that is considered her birthday as well, essentially. Let me check, because you can check characters' birthdays in this. You know what? It's convenient as well, because I am both really bad at remembering people's names and people's birthdays. In which case, in this scenario, I won't have that problem. Because the name stands out like a sore thumb, and I'll remember both the name and the birthday in one fell swoop. Like, I'm lucky that on the internet I can just see people's names. Like, if I only saw people's profile pictures and I had to remember people's names, no way. Not in 100 years. Although I would probably be faster at learning names if they were associated with profile pictures than actual people's faces, because I think I struggle with remembering. I struggle with tying names to faces, probably. And it's probably also tied to that I have a tendency to not look at people's faces. I tend to not look at people's faces because to me it's a sign of like intimidation and aggression. Which isn't normal where I'm from. Like, it's not normal where I'm from to consider looking at people's faces or eyes as a sign of aggression and intimidation. It's more so that when I was very young, I was shy, and my introduction to looking people in the face was through martial arts. Because when you do martial arts and you fight people, it's very important to look people in the eyes, because if you look them in the eyes, it's much easier to read their intent and their movements. So my introduction to eye contact was through the idea of sparring or fighting someone. Which has given me like a very wrong association with eye contact. She forgot her name, but you remember her birthday, or vice versa. That would be really silly. Then it's not really not remembering, it's just being a bit stupid. It's no longer a matter of not remembering, it's just being stupid then. I feel like. The situation is clear. The planet of festivities isn't what it seems on the surface. Everyone's sights, including the factions in the family, are set on the Watchmaker's legacy. Every party has its own motives, and they're attempting to thwart each other. While we still don't know what the legacy entails, it's only a matter of time before the power struggle ensnares innocent bystanders. The Molten Knight Sam is reportedly a remnant of Guamot's Iron Cavalry, a genetically engineered warrior. He possesses superhuman strength. I just assumed I was going to say strength. He possesses superhuman perception and acts decisively. He'll leave no margin for error. This individual is every bit as dangerous as Kafka and Blade. This message is a threat. The hidden map that Silverwolf mentioned is probably the sealed Dreamscape Hotel for the sake of what's to come. I didn't feel like that was a threat. Should we inform the family? Probably not. I mean, I don't even distrust the Solaran Hunters. Sure, they have their own motives and objectives, but they don't seem like inherently bad people. Maybe that's just because I don't know what my teammates know. Speak with Black Swan and give her the answer. Well, I should be doing that, but it's also getting kind of late. We've gone 45 minutes over time now, and we've reached the bare minimum amount of time I like to stream if I do short streams. I don't like going for shorter than 2 hours. That feels like the bare minimum. So I think we're going to end it here when I talk to Black Swan next time we stream this game. I'm not sure if I'm doing Elden Ring next time or more Starfield next time. I'll have to think it through. Because I kind of want to do both. I want to do both. I gotta see if I can like just squeeze in like 2 streams in a row or something to just get to do both. But we'll see. Anyways, that's gonna be it for now. So thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you again next time. And even if I don't, have a great day, and also have a great weekend. And I'm gonna peace out. So speak with Black Swan as you are Black Swan. Yep. That checks out. Can I I can't move the camera over there? Oh, that's a shame. Wait, can I do like isn't there like an emote that's like, oh, there's not. I want to, you know the emote that people do when they go to like the tower of pizza, the leaning tower, and they hold their hand up. I want to do that, but I want to do that with like Black Swan against Black Swan, or like holding my hand. It was like, look, it's me. All right, I'll do my outro and I started talking again. All right, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. All right, bye bye.